Hey guys, come hang out because today I'm going to be showing you one of the most wildly unique lightsabers in the Star Wars galaxy. The Ezra Bridger Neopixel Lightsaber from the Rebels TV series. How accurate is this one to the show? How much does it cost? And which super authentic Rebels lightsaber sounds did I put on here to make it sound just like Ezra's? I'm going to go over all that and more, so don't go anywhere. Hey all you Star Wars fans, thank you as always for clicking on my video. I really appreciate you guys. Welcome to another broadcast from Finding the Force, where I like to think I cover anything Star Wars, from video games to theme parks, and especially lightsabers. I've been wanting to get my hands on this saber for a long time. I haven't seen this on any other review video. I'm going to show you how to dismantle this to put sound fonts on it to make it sound just like Ezra's. So we'll get to that in just a few minutes. But of course I had to thank Artsabers. Thank you guys so much for sending this to me. I love it. It's such an epic part of my collection, and I can't wait for you guys to check out all the sounds and features. Actually found one reason why Xenopixel is better than Profi, and I'll get to that in a minute. If you're new to the lightsaber community, Xenopixel and Profi are different soundboards. It's the electronics in the hilt. And the Xenopixel is what I'm holding today and buy on the Artsabers website. You can have this shipped to you with a 1-year warranty and have a blade, stand, charger, instructions, the whole deal. $420 for the Xenopixel. And if you want to change the sounds to Ezra Bridger, it's super easy. I have a whole tutorial video, I'll put a link up above, of how you can take sound fonts and put them on your saber without cords, software. Just takes a few minutes. So I was curious about how many of you guys watched any of the animated Star Wars series. So on my YouTube, I put a poll on my community tab. If you haven't voted, go ahead and vote just for fun. And it turns out 50% of you guys have seen all there is to offer on Star Wars on the screen. And then the rest of the other half was spread out. I'm assuming that most of you who have only seen like one animated show was probably the Clone Wars, which is totally epic. Most of you guys I could talk to, the very smaller portions who haven't watched any of the animated series, because I love films. I love how they make us feel. I love how they've changed our lives. So I was a little reluctant to try the Star Wars series, Rebels, the Clone Wars, and I haven't gotten to Resistance yet, but I wanted to tell all of you who haven't tried Rebels yet, you have to try it. Seriously, give it, I want to say 4, 5, like 6 episodes. I'm telling you, you're not going to be sorry. You're going to get totally hooked. My favorite part of the series are, of course, the characters. Such a crazy family of characters, and I love how Zeb, the big purple guy, and Chopper, the droid, are like, they're always fighting and bickering with each other. It's not boring and pleasant. A lot of the episodes just go, boom, you're right into some action. It doesn't just like immediately take place from the moment the last episode left off. They'll be in some adventure somewhere. They'll be in a pickle and have to get out of it. So there's a lot of action. For all of you who love the Disney parks and have enjoyed going to Galaxy's Edge, everything in Galaxy's Edge, there's so many nods from Star Wars Rebels. From the holocrons, I mean, especially the Loth Cats. Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities is Hera's Kalikori, and it looks like a bunch of little blocks that make a cross, and that's actually an artifact. All of her family history and lineage. There's a whole episode about it. It's beautiful. And even the Darksaber. There's a whole episode about the Darksaber, about its history and what it's like to train with it. So if you love The Mandalorian and the Darksaber, you're going to like that episode too. If you love the parks, you're going to love the series. Great characters and one of the most crazy unique lightsabers in existence. That's right, it's a blaster lightsaber in case you're new to the show. And this thing is wildly accurate to the design. So without further ado, let's take a closer look, shall we? I have Ezra Bridger's blaster lightsaber. This thing is so freaking cool from all angles, and there's so much to go over. Let me just start by saying this thing is incredibly accurate to the show. I'll show you some screenshots here from the series. This thing is like the exact design. It looks fantastic. Even starting with the pommel. I'll get to the part in a moment how you get the chassis out. It's super easy. We have a belt clip here. Mine's super rigid because I did put one little dab of super glue in there, so you won't be hearing it clang during my demo. The pommel cap with this ridge, super accurate. Even this little button on the back, that's important. I'll get to that in a second. The grip feels great. These striations, the lines are not too sharp to the hand. And this is a beautiful one-handed saber to hold. You can kind of hold it like a golf grip sort of and make it two. So a little explanation to his saber is that this piece here has all the lightsaber components. This bar here is what holds the blaster components. Because Ezra built it at the age of 15, crazy impressive. What were you guys doing at 15? I think there might be part of one of the episodes where it's a little bit faulty, but that's the reason for the entire handguard in the front, which houses all of the blaster electronics. Red trigger button. This unscrews. I'll get to that in a minute too. Bar, the angulation here, up on a divot, all part of the original design that you can see in the show. This does light up. I'll show you guys that in the dark here in just a minute. We have this like the small shroud over the blaster. Even the silver chunk on the back, I don't know what else to call it, and the emitter with this very unique shape. You can see from above here, kind of pear-shaped, and the silver ring, which will come out if you need it to for some reason, is all the exact intricate design and shape of Ezra's lightsaber. This does have 1 and 2 retention screws for maximum blade stability, and this notch did come pointing at 11, but I've seen in multiple views that this notch, this red dial, is pointing down at about 4 o'clock, and that was really easy. I just twisted it. No big deal. Can't forget to mention this really awesome bronze accent ring. Mine moves. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to keep it from moving. I don't want it to. I might throw a little super glue under here, under that lip. But what an incredibly interesting saber for so many reasons. The red accents. We got some bronze. We have green. I love it. Even the bar down here at the bottom near the pommel is like kind of a dark gunmetal graphite. Would look great on display, and it feels even better in the hand. Let's jump to the demo. So before the demo, let me show you guys how to get to the chassis out for easy charging and changing of sound fonts. There's only 3 things you have to do, and there's a misconception that you have to dismantle all these little screws and take the arm bar off, and you actually don't have to do that. All you have to do, unscrew this pommel cap where you'll see the speaker. This little notch right here unscrews. This acts as a retention screw to keep the chassis in, and the button itself very easily unscrews. And when those 3 things are out, you can gently put your finger into the emitter and don't press down on the pins, but you can press down on a piece of the chassis and it'll start to come out of the bottom. There's a recharge port with a plug. And that brings me to one reason why Xenopixel is better than Profi. Discovered this because I was reaching back into my collection of Profi sabers to the ones I haven't used in a while, and I kept finding them with dead batteries. Profi sabers don't have a sleep mode. My favorite board CFX does, and so does Xenopixel. And also any chassis with a kill switch is going to cut off the power and save your batteries. If you might wait a few weeks or a month, grab it, the battery won't be dead. You can change and manipulate everything on the saber from an app on your phone. I'll put the app right here. It's like called Xeno Configure, and you can do everything. You can change the blade length. There's different options for, there's like 7 or 8 different blade flickers, clash, lockup, force, all that stuff you can change. Even the volume and the sensitivity of the clash, you can change immediately on the saber from your phone, and you can get from sound font 1 to 15 just with a swipe of your finger. So who wants to turn this baby on, huh? So one more thing you guys have to know about this lightsaber is that it comes with a 7/8 inch blade. Ooh. For all you guys out there who have a lot of 1-inch lightsaber blades, a 7/8 inch is really going to be a nice change. It's lighter weight, feels more realistic, and you could say it's more accurate to the show because those lightsaber blades are like longer, thinner, and have more of a sharper point. I thought the green background would be a nice contrast to the blue blade. Oh, and in case you guys missed it, I did do a review on Ezra Bridger's second green lightsaber. Link up above for that. Feel free to check that video out at the end of this one. So I know I try to keep some secrets in my videos, but it's no secret if you've seen a lot of my reviews that my favorite font maker, Kyberphonic, super awesome guy Jesse, I consider a friend of mine, Ezra Bridger's lightsaber sound font is on this saber. It was super easy. It was just a click and drag job. Let's check it out. 3, 2, 1. I have the volume at about 80% because I think after that, the sound quality gets a little distorted, but it sounds just like Ezra's lightsaber. So cool. The blade effect I have is like a breathing. Can you guys pick up the accent swings when you swing the blade a little bit harder? Oh, it has a very aluminum metallic-y sound to it. So the blaster lens does light up because of the blade. When you hit the button, it acts as like his blaster. Pretty cool. I swapped out the clash effects with the blaster sounds because this is a one button configuration saber, and by pulling the trigger it sounds just like Ezra's blaster. Yo, open the register! That's not funny. Clash effects. Awesome action-packed clash effects. This saber from Artsabers came packed with 30 different sound fonts. Force, check this out. Chopper! Chopper has skyrocketed to one of my, top 3 definite favorite droids of all times. He's hilarious. He's the only droid who can kick a human's butt, and I think he assassinates like multiple droids throughout the series. You gotta check it out. Thank you guys so much if you watched the end of my video. I really appreciate the support. Please click like and don't be afraid to click that arrow and share this video with all of your Star Wars Rebel friends. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, be safe, and have an awesome Star Wars day. See you next time, guys.